So this next challenge I'm going to cover really doesn't require a guide, but I wanted to share my own experiences as well as a few tips. The challenge says to dance with others to raise the disco ball near Loot Lake. Now first and foremost, we need to know the location and what needs to happen in order for the challenge to register. There's 2 factory-like buildings to the left of Loot Lake. The northernmost one has a dance floor on the very bottom. On this dance floor, you'll find a disco ball in the center of the room, and there's also 4 panels on the floor. In order to complete the challenge, you have to have 4 people with yourself included stand on separate panels. Upon doing this, you simply dance and the ball will gradually rise up. Now obviously, the easiest way to complete this challenge is with 3 of your own friends who you can talk to via a microphone and coordinate it. However, not everyone has 3 friends that can play together. So I wanted to see just how difficult this challenge was in solo or with 3 random squad mates. And spoiler alert, it's really painful. If you attempt this in random squads, half the time your teammates just completely ignore you. I even played the YouTube card and said I'd feature all 3 of them in a video if they came and danced with me, but no one ever came. It was just random guys that would dance it up with me, but we never got 4. Some games I'd sit here the entire match just dancing and waiting on a 4th person who never came. In addition, you've got some black sock wearing wiswogs that come in and try to poop on your parade. It's basically 3 or 4 free kills if you walk in on a dance party, so I guess I can't really blame them. But with that in mind, make it a priority to land on the top of the dance floor building to grab a weapon, or at the building just south of the dance floor one. That way, should some scallywag come in and try to ruin things, you can easily end them. I always had a weapon on me, and I would never shoot someone unless they shot someone else first. I made a few friends like this as well. So after I saved this male bomber guy's life, we tried to get a 4th person to dance with us, but it never happened. We then parted ways and surprisingly met up with each other later on in the game. For some reason though, he dropped me all his equipment. Now I wasn't sure if he wanted me to kill him here, but then he bowed in front of me and lowered his head, so I assumed that this was the green light. Afterwards, he sent me a message saying good game, and I sent him a voice message back saying thanks for trying to help at least. Now if you do try solos like I did for a majority of the attempts, you'll get some absolute boneheads from time to time. For example, watch here as we clearly have 4 people. However, one of these guys was a butt-faced beaver and had no idea what to do. Countless times we tried to imitate going to the panels and dancing on them, but he kept screwing around and messing it up. At one point, he assumed the role of a pole dancer, climbed to the top, and started booty scooting from the top of the disco ball. I couldn't help but to slap myself on the forehead at this guy's ignorance. Your best bet in solos is to wait until the bus path goes directly over Loot Lake, as then you're more likely to have 3 or more people dropping here. Of note, you can do almost any emote there is, they all count. Even eating popcorn counts as dancing. Spray painting also works, but only for a second, so you'd have to keep it up non-stop. It's clearly easier to just dance though. And one more thing of note, the ball has to rise all the way to the top. I did have an attempt where we had 4 people dancing and the ball started to go up. But then a turd Ferguson Kool-Aid manned his way through the front door and killed everyone. Despite the ball going up a bit in this attempt, it didn't register since someone died before the ball got all the way to the top. You'll know once you got it done if and when fireworks explode from the top. And then you'll see the new challenge complete notification pop up as well. So with enough patience and some competent random teammates or solo players, you'll eventually get that disco ball to rise to the top.